What's going on there, YouTube? It's me, chilling with Twisted 420, and we're back again, and we're looking at something purty. Not only are we looking at something purty, we're comparing it to a couple of bootleg versions of it. That's right, people. We got the official Aew Replica Belt here from Shop Aew. Very expensive, and to be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to get it. That's why I got the two bootlegs that we're going to look at to begin with. But I'm kind of new to belt collecting. I had to learn a few things. I got these before I knew what I needed to know. Now I know a bunch of good belt makers. I know where to shop. I know a lot of things. But before I did, I made some bad choices, all right? I made some bad choices. And to the average looker, you'd be like, hey, those don't look that different. But if you look at the details, and we will, you start to see the differences. Now, to be honest with you, this thing is very high. 799 bucks is very expensive for anything, especially just something that you're gonna sit on a shelf and look at, maybe wear to a show, who knows, get signed by a wrestler, who knows, who knows. But yeah, it's a lot of money, and I wasn't gonna get it, but thankfully I sold a few old Ninja Turtle statues, and I came into some extra money, so I did snag it up. I knew they were gonna be limited. I knew I wanted the best version I could get, and this is the best version, even though the strap's not great. The strap isn't great. But I could get it re-leathered, it's not a big deal. Stones look good, the plates look good. It's a nice belt, I'm happy with it. But not everybody has 800 bucks to throw around, and I respect that, especially on something that's probably, like I said, gonna sit on a shelf. So I figured instead of just doing another review, there's millions, well not millions, there's a bunch of reviews of this thing up. A lot of people have gotten them. I figured let's take a look at this, but let's also take a look at these bootlegs. You know what I mean? Now, I have seen some bootleg makers from Pakistan, a lot of them from Pakistan. They have some belts that are quite comparable to this $800 replica. SA Championships, there's a couple of other X-Men belts. I've seen some really good replicas that are very close to one-to-one. But in that case, you're still spending upwards of 550, 600 bucks. You want cubic zirconias? Oh, forget about it. You're spending even more. So and even in aftermarket, you might end up spending close to this to get a belt as authentic as this. So it's a thing, but you can get some that look quite nice and comparable. But unfortunately, neither one of these do. Both of them were 250 bucks. One came from eBay from Pakistan. The other one came from Amazon from Pakistan. But the makers, the sellers, were using fake pictures. The pictures of what they were selling on those websites are not what I received. So, yeah, be careful when you're shopping around like that. It's probably best to get on Facebook or somewhere and get in a group and get a hold of a good, reputable maker from Pakistan. But anyway, I digress. We do have a few belts from Pakistan to look at coming up. It's going to be pretty cool. We got some reviews coming. But anyway, without boring you people too much longer, we might as well get to the up close of this and let's compare it to the two bootlegs that I have. All right, people, let's get to it. All right, everyone, here she is in all her glory. I gotta say, she's a beaut. So we're gonna take a good look at this one, and we're gonna compare side by side with both of the bootlegs. But I gotta say, the one thing about it, these stones, they are really, really nice. Probably some of the best stones you can get stock on a belt. I've seen some pretty good stones, Swarovski crystals, cubic zirconias, but these are really, really nice. And something cool, the way these this little inlay design is gold. That's the way it was supposed to be from the beginning, but Milliken didn't get a chance to gold plate these pieces, but that's how they are now, and that's how the replica is supposed to look. All these guys look gold plated. But yeah, really lovely belt, really heavy. I'm gonna lay her out flat so we can get some better looks at these details. All right, folks, I'm gonna start with the strap, which is probably the worst part of this thing. It's so stiff. It's a synthetic strap, it's not real leather, but it's just super duper stiff. But you got the AEW tooling going down the side. And then you get to these beautiful plates, man. I'm trying to see the best angle to get here. So yeah, you got a stacked situation going on here. You got your base plate with the jewels and it's gold. Then you got a stacked silver section here. And then you got little stacked AEW logos. And these jewels, yeah, they're really nice. They're really nice. Then you got your globes. They look really nice. Very well detailed, deep. She's a beauty. She is a beauty. And let me see if I can get a good angle on this. So, look how thick that strap is too, really thick. But yeah, so first layer, second layer, nameplate. champion banner, and this triangle of jewels is on another little section layer here. Then you got the stacked AEW. So yeah, it's a beaut. It's a beaut. And on the words world and champion, you got this, I don't know, floral design going on here. It's pretty. It's pretty. You know, it's all these jewels, these bigger jewels. They have detail all around the jewel holders. Very well. Very nice. Very nice. But anyway, yeah, it's a beaut. It's a really good looking belt. One of the most beautiful titles I've ever seen. Now let's bring in the first bootleg I bought. And it was 250 bucks on eBay from Pakistan, but they used fake pictures on their listing. So let's go ahead and take a look at it next. Okay, people, first things first, let's start at the strap. As you can see, not very accurate to the original. Right? I don't know what material, and look at this, it's got like a diaper on the back. It's all padded underneath here. It's interesting. And this material, it's really stiff, and it wants to, like, I've had it folded for a bit, and now it's kind of stuck like that. But here are the side plates. Now you can notice one thing right off bat, it's much smaller, right? Let me get a good little shot. It's a good bit smaller. Let's check out these side plates. Now look at these jewels. Some of them are cloudy, some of them are clear, but they're not very good. They use some cheap little plastic stones. They don't look very well. But I will say there is still a little bit of detail around the jewel holders. These globes are flat compared to the stack there. And you notice there's no stack. This is just a flat plate. And it did come with some scratches and stuff on it. I think there's a couple of jewels missing somewhere here, but they did give you a baggie with some extra jewels. But you can see, it's a thin little fella. But yeah, the nameplate is just a little stamp situation here instead of an actual nameplate. You see there's all one layer. There's no stack. And these jewels are just not, they're not those jewels, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's a whole bunch of big ones instead of a bunch of little small ones. None of this is stacked. This triangle is flat. Now you can see the champion is raised. There's no floral pattern on it. The champion is raised and the world is raised. So yeah, this guy, and it's got the old design where it's not gold plated on that little inlay design. But yeah, the AEW logo itself doesn't look bad, I gotta say, altogether. But yeah, it's just not, this plate over here, I remember being a little crooked. The AEW logo, yeah, they're just, I mean, it's okay. At a distance, this is probably a good 10-footer. Doesn't look too bad, but I hate that the people that listed it lied, used fake pictures, and sent a different product. That's what you could run into sometimes with some of these people on eBay and Amazon and so forth. But yeah, like, look at this. These things are straight up just like white. They're milky white. They're not even clear. But yeah, that's a look at that guy compared to the original. It does have a nice curve on it though. I give him that. Has a nice curve and a nice diaper on the back for some reason. Very thick. But yeah, 250 bucks. I got ripped off on this one. It is not worth that much money. So that's a comparison of the first bootleg and the authentic right there to give you people a good idea of what's going on up close with this guy. On to the next bootleg, and this one is much worse, people. All right, now this guy came from Amazon. It's 250 bucks. They use fake pictures as well. I got a refund on this and got to keep the belt though, because Amazon was like, damn, that doesn't look good at all. So starting with the strap, look at this nice little braided situation we got here. That looks kind of cool, but it is not authentic. But I do feel this may be a real leather strap. It has the smell, kind of has the feel. It's very rollable, but I don't know. I don't know. So first things first. So this guy is kind of stacked, but take a look at this AEW logo. I got to stand up for this. Rough. AEW, and then like, look at that. Let me get in there. Look at that. So anyway, we got more of these cloudy little jewels. They're not very good. This is a crazy different shade of gold too on this one. But I will say they got nice stacked globes on this one, even thicker than the original. But But as you can see just from a distance, the color, she's off. And these things they're weird shape. Like this is a peculiar little situation. Like they kind of went with their own thing. Like this inlay design is just kind of all over the place. But yeah, we got the globes. We got some jewels. Another AEW logo. Some more stuff. But this AEW logo is surrounded by gold. That's what throws it off right away compared to the original. You know, all silver and then just gold. Just a whole lot of gold. But let's see. Nameplate is just a blank gold colored nameplate sized area. Like that's worse than the other one. It's just a gold blotch right there. And this guy has some missing stones as well. There's a few missing here and there. But the way they did, okay, so let's go down here. Champion is stacked. You know, it's not bad, right? These jewels though, geez Louise. What is going on here? There's like little gaps and spots in between them. Like they didn't even try. At least it is stacked though. It's not flat like the other one. But man, that is rough. And you can see there's spots for jewels in there. There's little spots, but the jewels are just haphazardly thrown on top. Look at that. That's crazy. Hey, there's a missing stone here. But hey, the stone holders have designs in them. Look at that, huh? Yeah, so this guy's in rough shape. It's rough. It's just like a crude imagining of the original. And like I said, I've seen some really good bootlegs. There's some good bootleg makers out there. But this is not one of them. And if you're just a casual fan, you're like, oh, hopping on Amazon, let's find a belt. Oh, that looks great. Or hopping on eBay, just know it could go bad. So let me get a good, nice top view of this so you can see a size comparison. It's much smaller as well. Yeah, it's a big difference. Very gold, I'll give them that. Very gold and very braided. But hey, no diaper on the back. They even covered up the bolts, all the screws and stuff. So yeah, that's a comparison of these two bootlegs to the original. At this point, I feel like we can back out, talk on it, and look at it. Well, there you have it, people. Authentic versus bootleg. Like I said, this one right here, the one off of eBay, isn't too bad, but it wasn't what they advertised, so I wasn't happy with it. Most people would probably be happy with this. And this is probably going to my brother-in-law. But I gotta say, I'm glad I own the Authentic. It looks good, it feels good. I probably do want to get it re-leathered. But yeah, if you're on a budget, it's not a big deal. Just know where to shop and who you're buying from. You want to be happy with your purchase at the end of the day. You're spending 300 bucks on something just for fun, at least make sure it's a good one, okay, people? And if you can get the original, it is beautiful and probably one of the best replicas I've ever seen. But thank you guys for watching. Just a little informal video letting you folks know what's going on with these belts and these replicas out of here. Maybe in the future, I'll do some more authentic versus clone comparisons. If I can get something cheap off eBay or something, we can compare some more belts authentic to bootleg. We'll see. Time will tell. But until then, y'all stay sexy out there. I'm out.